On behalf of the President of the United States Army, and a grateful nation, please accept this flag as a symbol of our appreciation for your loved one's honorable and faithful service.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Bristol Fire and Rescue, New Harbor Station. I am Scott Sutter Jr., the Bristol Fire Chief. I want to take a moment to thank all the firefighters and EMTs joining us here today from all over the state. A friend, a father, a grandfather, a co-worker, chief, a fellow firefighter. These are just a few of the many titles that Ron held over the years. His favorite, though, was Papa. He loved playing with his great-grandchildren.
He married his high school sweetheart, Jerry. And they've shared this journey for 61 years. And most important was the family that they had. I kind of think of them as the Cartwrights of Haas, Adam, Little Joe. Okay, Scott, Jared, and Brad.
Thought about what I was going to share today, and I think of people that we've all probably encountered in our own lives that have had an impact on us, an effect on us, a significant impact in some cases. Maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's a professor, maybe it's a mentor. Ron Pendleton was one of those people to me. I remember when I started as a new deputy sheriff here in Lincoln County back in 1988. And I was told, if you're down in the Bristol area and you need to know anything, you need to know where to go or who to talk to or find somebody, Ron Pendleton's the guy. You should look him up. So I did. And the rest is history. We had a lot of adventures together. Some stories I probably shouldn't share. But it was truly a privilege for me to work with Ron, to know Ron. I can remember I saw Paul Bonnion here a few minutes ago. Paul used to be a deputy. I have to tell a little story. We were at a late one night. We were over here off Route 32 at what used to be the Workman residence. There was a big party and a fire, big bonfire, which I think is what prompted the response from the fire department. And Paul and I were the only two deputies on, and we were in a little bit over our head. The ratio was about 20 to 1, and we were in a situation where Paul and I had to make a couple of arrests. We did that. We were trying to get out of there safely for ourselves, and the folks were gathering around, and Paul had to put somebody in the cruiser to get ready to take back to the county jail. And while he was away, I had 2 other people there with me. I'd run out of handcuffs. We were. And the crowd had started closing in on me a little bit. And I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to talk, calm the situation. And all of a sudden, it started to work. And I looked around, and they started to step back a little bit, walk back a little bit. I thought, oh, good job, Todd. And I turned around, picked up one of the gentlemen that I had. I turned around, and there was Ron standing behind me with what I think was an axe. I didn't even know he was there, right? And I'm not sure it was an axe because I said, Chief, what's up with the axe? He just looked at me and said, what axe?
So first of all, you heard about the Jefferson Award, and I'm telling a story that Jerry once told, and so the backstory has to come first, and that's in 1998, they won the Jefferson Award. And then that summer, we had this critically acclaimed movie, Message in a Bottle, if you've heard of it. It was shot here, part of it, and Jerry had her Message in a Bottle book, and she wanted autographs from all the stars. So Kevin Costner was very friendly and greeted everybody, and she got his autograph, no problem. And she wanted Paul Newman's, and so he was also a Jefferson Award winner, and she knew that. And so she made a sign, and this was Message in a Bottle, and hers said, Message in a nutshell, Jefferson Award winner Jerry would like to get an autograph and meet Jefferson Award winner Paul Newman. And she stood where he drove by every day. And so his driver brought him by in his Volvo wagon, and they looked at her, and she was holding her sign, and they drove by. And then soon the driver came back, and he said to her, what do you want? She had the sign. I mean, they thought she was protesting, and she goes, oh, no, I just want an autograph. And they're like, oh, no problem. When he comes back through, he'll sign for you. So she got his autograph, and that was her interaction with Paul Newman. And she hasn't said if she had any other interactions with him. She wouldn't say. But those blue eyes, I wouldn't be surprised. So the last and I don't know, but maybe least, Robin Wright was left, and she hadn't gotten that autograph, and she kind of kept to herself, but maybe it's because she was married to Sean Penn at the time, and that probably wasn't pleasant. So anyway, as luck would have it for Jerry, Robin Wright's toilet broke. So Ron went to fix it. But he came in, and she was over here and wouldn't really pay attention to him, but he announced that he would not fix her toilet unless she signed Jerry's book. And she did. She signed it. She still wouldn't look at him, but she signed it. He fixed the toilet, went on his way. Jerry was happy. She got all of her autographs. So let's fast forward to the Jefferson Award winners going to Washington, D.C. And they get these grand tours of everything, and they have banquets and all of those things. And so the final gathering was to be held at the Supreme Court, and Oprah Winfrey was the speaker. So they all get there, and they're all sitting in their seats. Ron and Jerry are sitting in their seats, and they had been chatting with people with the Jefferson Award and other winners in the United States, and had told the Paul Newman story and all of that. And so, come to, I guess, lo and behold, I guess you would say, Oprah was a no-show because she was caught in court with this cattle thing she had going on in Texas years ago. So everybody's sitting there, and so one of the women with the Jefferson Award committee people came over to Ron and Jerry and said, why don't you come up and speak and tell about meeting Paul Newman? So there they are, expecting to see Oprah Winfrey, and Jerry and Ron come up to the podium, I guess, to speak, and Ron is elbowing Jerry to do the talking, and he's just, that smile, and elbowing her, and so she looked at him, and she figured that the Supreme Court was not a place to argue, though I would say probably it is the best place to argue. So she told the story. She thinks. She's not quite sure what she said. Anyway, so that was what Jerry wanted me to share, and hopefully I did it right, Jerry. I don't know.
All Lincoln County departments, please stand by for an announcement. Bristol Fire and Rescue, please stand by for our final call. Bristol Fire and Rescue to retired Fire Chief Ronald Pendleton. Bristol Fire and Rescue to retired Fire Chief Ronald Pendleton. This is the last call and final call for retired Fire Chief Ronald Pendleton. Chief Pendleton, you have served our community in so many ways. We all honor and respect you for your achievements and accomplishments. You have fought a good fight, always had a smile, and supported the members of the Bristol Fire and Rescue, as well as all Lincoln County Fire Departments and beyond. Sadly, you are no longer with us, and now it's time to rest. We will miss you, but we know that you will be watching over all of your fellow brothers and sisters of the fire service, as well as your loving family. Chief Pendleton, may you rest in peace, knowing your strength lives on in your family, and your honor lives on in all of us. Chief Pendleton, you are now clear of duty. We thank you for your service and dedication. Rest in peace, brother. We will take it from here. Bristol Fire and Rescue clear, 1757.